Hello, my name is Ricardo Rohr, and for the MIC Talk, I am doing a talk on the new mini-me, your microbial doppelganger. And so this picture is actually from the movie Austin Powers, where we have Dr. Evil and his clone of mini-me. And much like Dr. Evil, all of us have a mini-me of our own, which is our microbiome. And our microbiome can be viewed as a mini version of our identity, essentially. And so, just to clarify a little bit, when I say our microbiome is a mini me of us, I don't mean that each bacteria or microbe that inhabits our gut are little versions of us that carry our information, but instead, I mean that the whole composition of all the microbes, including the ones in our gut, as well as on our skin, in our mouth, and in other places, the composition of all those microbes are essentially unique to us and hold our identity in them. So, for the first bottom line up front, I want to mention that the microbiome is almost like a sixth fingerprint. We commonly know that fingerprints are used to identify ourselves as they're unique between people, and just like that, the microbiome is unique between people and can be used to identify people. And so I want to highlight one study where researchers sampled the microbiome of participants, both the gut microbiome and skin microbiome. And once they collected the samples, they assigned them to the person. And then a year after the initial collection, they resampled the participants. And based off the analysis of the gut microbiome, they were able to correctly identify 86% of the participants just by the microbial taxa and genes that they found from the gut microbiome alone. So that shows that the microbes of the gut sort of stayed consistent over the span of a year, and it's sort of their identity is their gut microbiome. And based off that, they're able to not only get their identity but other sort of information based off the person, such as the age of the person and even geography based off the gut microbiome. Next, I want to mention that your gut microbiome actually knows you better than you know you. So let's say, for example, you are sick and experiencing symptoms. You go to the doctors and try to tell them your symptoms as best you can, but the doctor isn't quite sure what you have based off the symptoms you're conveying. And so what they can actually do is sample your gut microbiome and get a better idea of what illness you're experiencing and give you more precise treatment for the disease. And so one example of this is inflammatory disorders that happen due to dysbiosis of the gut microbiome. And this could be the cause of multiple diseases such as irritable bowel disorder or colorectal cancer. And to distinguish between these two, to actually give the appropriate medicine, the best plan of action is to profile the gut microbiome to understand which disease you have, and then in turn give you the proper medicine to treat the disease. While the majority of your microbiome stays the same to identify you, some aspects of it can change from day to day based off your habits, such as diet, or if you ever get sick with a small infection, that would cause changes in your microbial communities that can be measured and examined to see your sort of history of illnesses, or as well as any medicines you've taken, as vaccinations and antibiotic use also can change your microbiome in some ways. So these small changes can be used to sort of tell a story of what has happened in your life in the sense of what medicines you've taken or even what foods you have eaten recently. Your microbiome actually continues telling your story after you die. So one example of this is once you die, your immune system shuts down, and so the microbes found in your gut actually spread to other organs that they wouldn't normally spread to. And people can actually measure the spread of these microbes to have an understanding of what time that you actually died. And so these microbes actually continue to tell more information when you are physically unable to. And so I'm sure with all this new information, the next time you look at yourself in the mirror, you won't only see yourself, but also your new mini-me. And these are my references. Thank you.